evening and welcome to the 100th edition of the Ohm Service Live with me, Marky Mark from SoulOhm Reviews. You've got Chris from Lethal Curls and you've got Steve BFG from Tales from the Home. Good evening, everybody.
They tried, but they couldn't lock us up. No, no.
Can't hold us down.
All right, kiddos.
Not unless you pay us a lot of cash and possibly a bit of lube first. But hey, no, moving on.
Moving on, swiftly.
Moving on,
Swiftly.
yes.
Good evening, chat. Hello, Spanners. Hope you're all right. It's been a week.
Oh, yeah. Feels longer, but it's been a week.
Do you know something? I know it sounds daft, but it does feel longer. It really does.
Like
Saying that, I mean, we did a show on Sunday, and that seems over a week ago.
Bloody does. The amount that's been flying around. Yeah.
I feel like it was just yesterday that we were on here.
Honestly.
Yeah. My week's been passing, man.
God, honestly, I just haven't stopped. I literally have not stopped between work and what I've been doing at home as well, and other bits and pieces and sorting stuff out and that lot. And you know how real life gets mungled and that lot. I just don't feel like I've stopped. It's just been one of those crazy, crazy weeks.
Busy, yeah.
Did I just spot Smooths in chat?
Smooth is in chat. Yes.
Smooth, where's our pizza?
Where's our pizza?
Where's our pizza?
I don't know.
You feed Bo, but where's our pizza? Jenny,
yes, definitely you're going to have to get your ass on here too, blooming right. Yes, we'll have to organise. PM me and we'll get something sorted out. Because it would be awesome. It's just been told by Lethal, well, I've just been told by Lethal that we're going to be having Bo back on again as well. So, yes. Jenny, give me a shout and we'll get something sorted out and I will get you on this show.
Smooth, what do you mean no pizza for me? No need, Smooth. Can you bring us Smooth?
Ooh.
He better cough the pizza up, Jed. None of this 10-inch business. I want the full
Fist
12
bump,
inches.
Flat cap.
Oh,
Scout special.
So, Chrissy, baby, it's your turn this week. Say hello to chat for us.
let's go ahead and say hello to everybody in chat real quick here. We've got Gav Evans. Hello, how are you? Gaily Bops, how you doing? Vapor Bunny, Timmy. We've got Alan Michael. Hello, Alan. How are you? We got Jason Lee, Russ Morgan, Rajan Fagu. How are you? Nemesis Vapes. What's going on, my man? Vapin' Irish. How are you? Bronco Monk. How you doing, buddy? Orion's Braces is in chat. We got Stuart Ayrton. We got Jenny Sin Designs. How you doing? Bill Richards, Andy Harris. We've got coming down the line. Did I say Stuart Ayrton already? Stuart Ayrton, how are you, buddy? Bill Richards, I said you. Coming down. Well, we got Smooth in chat. Reno, what's going on? Elizabeth Jones, how are you? Dion78. And
Jay Jerry, fist bump.
Looks like that's everybody. Flat Cat, what's going on? And Jay Jerry. Ingvar M. Loken as well. Big love to you guys.
First time watcher, bless him.
Awesome.
Ingvar is a great guy. He watches a lot of my stuff too.
A gentleman of taste.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Poor taste, but taste.
No, taste.
Taste. Good taste. No.
Well, he's got good taste for being here.
Yeah, exactly.
And I hate to say Irish, I beat you to the gutter already, mate. It's so tough.
Yeah.
Well, guys, we've hit the 100th.
We have.
Congratulations. Happy birthday to the show.
And to be honest with you, I just thought I'd give a quick rundown. The original idea for the Ohm Service was not actually to do it live. Originally, it was to do a vlog. And you know how Grim does his vlogs, his original vlogs. They weren't live. There was about 40 minutes to an hour long. And sometimes they were longer. And obviously, he used to have little sections. And that was the idea behind the Ohm Service originally. Anyway, I worked it out. By the time I'd done a 30-minute video, edited it all together, and I spent about 2.5 hours to 3 hours putting all the sections together and making a 30-minute video. And then I thought to myself, because at the time, I mean, this is 2 years ago, we was coming to the end of the last of the summer vapes, and I obviously started doing this live. So yeah, so 100 episodes in 2 years. So that means that we've missed 4 in total, and 2 of them were Christmas Day. So I don't think we've done bad in 2 years, 100 episodes.
No, and when you look back, when you look back at the first one, very, very different.
Yeah, just a little.
Yeah, I mean, the very first live, if you go over to SoulOhm's channel, and while you're there, hit subscribe if you're not already subscribed.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Yes, please.
Please.
Go over to the playlist, the Ohm Service is there, and you can see the very first one. It's actually video 2 on the playlist, but the basics are there. The chat's there in the corner. The font's a bit different.
Yeah, just a little bit.
The logo's very different.
Oh, yes.
So in the 2 years, it's really amazing how much it's become the polished beast that it is today.
Right.
Oh, I wouldn't say. Simon, fist bump, buddy.
Hey, Simon.
Tweak, how are you, buddy? Alan. What's going on, buddy? Just really quickly want to address that question in chat.
What's that?
Dreamer Mech or Keen? Just got my Dreamer. Love it. Is the Keen worth getting? I'm running my Dreamer right now, actually, with the Ardent on top. But I haven't tried the Keen, so I can't
I've
really
got the
say.
Keen.
But I do love.
I've
You
got
have
the
a
Keen. Yes, I've got the Keen.
Have you got a
Yes.
Dreamer?
I haven't got a Dreamer. I've had a Dreamer, but the Dreamer version 2's, well, 1.2 I think it's called, but the version 2's out, and it's got the identical same switch as the Keen.
Mm-hmm. You can
Hey,
swap
Chris.
the switches
Yeah.
between that and this. Yeah.
Me personally,
Ooh,
I like
Vader.
the Keen more than the Dreamer.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
Because I haven't used the Keen, but I really, really love my Dreamer. Especially with the constant contact switch in it. Oh,
Yeah, you can't go
it's
wrong
like a
with it.
train.
Considering how much the Keen and the Dreamer are, you are getting a top-end mod for low-end price.
Yep.
You really are. For the price point on them, absolutely brilliant. So yeah, I
If
would
you have
highly
a
recommend them.
Dreamer, if you have a Dreamer though, I would recommend the Vert. I have to say it. I do recommend the Vert. I haven't tried the Keen, but I have tried the Vert, and it is a fantastic mod as well. I haven't put it down since I got it. So
Yeah, you haven't, have you? Well, you keep on
No.
swapping out your rings.
I know, right? The
You
green
keep on swapping your rings. Oh, you're gonna have
At least they're
the,
not brown rings.
yeah,
Oh,
the green.
easy. Apparently, I must apologise to Gaily Bops for eating all the sausage rolls on the buffet.
Have you?
Big hello to Matt and Chris, who just joined us
Kiddos.
in chat.
So does that mean that I'm left with the little onions and cheese on a stick now then?
No, we're classy, dude. It's pineapple and cheese.
Oh, I don't like pineapple.
Oh, well, you're screwed then, aren't you?
I know, I don't like pineapple. That is the weird. Do you know something? There's two pieces of food that I cannot eat. One is pineapple. I love pineapple juice and I love pineapple vape, but I can't eat the flesh of a pineapple. It just makes
Just
me,
texture.
yeah. And the other one is beetroot. I cannot put beetroot in my mouth. It just
I don't know
instantly
what
makes
beetroot
me.
is. I've never had it.
Beets.
I've had beets.
Yeah, well.
Same
beetroot.
thing?
It's a
Yeah,
red
pretty
one.
much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's a red beet.
Okay,
No.
so I've never heard it called that before.
Yeah, normally pickled.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I
Beetroot.
can't.
It's awesome on sarnies.
I can't do it. It's just that
Awesome on what?
Sarnies.
With our
sandwich.
smarties.
Sandwich.
Oh, sandwiches. Nope, thanks, but no thanks.
No.
No, I've had beets before, not on a sandwich.
No.
Oh yes, yes.
Yeah.
I've actually just introduced firstborn to. I think you call them sweet pickles or dill pickles, Chris.
Dill pickles are the sour ones.
Irish, I said
Bread
food.
and butter chips are the ones that are the sweet sweet
Right,
chips.
I've just introduced him to bread and butter chips, and he loves those on butties now.
What,
Yeah.
bread and butter? What was that?
Bread and butter pickles.
Oh, yeah.
Sweet
The
pickle.
sweet ones. They're
I'm just
delicious.
complaining. I'm just making sure Irish understands. Food we're talking about. Food.
Thank you, Black Country Vapor.
It's all right. Matt's just accused me of being a member of the Monty Python crew. Yes, this is my lumberjack shirt. You want to see what's underneath the desk, mate? So yeah, two years ago. It's hard to think.
I know.
2 years ago.
I can't believe that I've been doing this 2 years.
I know it.
I can't, because at the end of the first year, that's when I won the giveaway.
Yeah, it was you that won the giveaway, and that's how we met.
It was.
Well, we met firstly at the expo, didn't we?
Yeah.
The previous October,
Yeah.
and then you won the SoulOhm's 2K giveaway.
Ended up coming to SoulOhm Towers, and look where that got you.
What happened? It's unbelievable, isn't it?
You
It's
went-
amazing how things. 2 years, it doesn't seem a long time, especially when you're doing the show. But a lot's happened in 2 years.
Bloody has.
You
Really has.
Yeah, you stop and think about, especially on like the vaping industry and that, and how things have.
Havoc with the phone lines because my internet's been dodgy
Fist
all
bump
day.
out.
I think it's coronavirus.
Steve!
Bo, yes. Not next week, the week after.
Oh!
Can we just say a big hello? Steve said he's actually off today, so he's not going to be on the night shift. So he was going to hijack the big telly. So can we just say a big hello to Mrs. Jones, who he's forcing to watch this?
Oh, bless.
And Jasper.
Oh, everyone wave, come on, all wave.
Hello.
Steve, Chris, give me a wave. Hello.
Hello!
Apparently we're the only vape show that she can put up with,
Oh, shit.
which I think is awesome. So thank you, Mrs. Jones, and you have excellent taste not only in hobbies but in vape shows as well. I'm waiting for him to set Jasper on me now.
We should be all right now. It froze
Are
for a
we?
second.
Hold on. I'm refreshing right now.
What's my chat doing?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, we're
Yeah, we're
good.
good.
Yeah, it just froze for a second. And believe it or not, I've not lost any frame rate. So, yeah. I know it's the weather that we've got at the present moment. It is mega, mega windy round our part at the
Welcome,
moment.
Hip Hop Juice.
Thanks, Hippo.
Big things, hey! Hey!
Oh, that's better. I'm up. Yeah, what are you doing telling this lot about the pizza?
Yeah, what is this about pizza? Go on.
No, Bo was in the shop on Sunday, and I think Smooth had left pizza round at the Vapory.
If you were to send me pizza, Smooth, it would cost you an arm and a leg. And it would probably be rotten before it got here.
Smooth, don't worry about the pizza, mate. It's all good.
Oh, dear.
And Steve says Jasper will lick me to death or hump me, depending on his mood.
Yeah.
Sounds very similar to half my friends.
Put Buffs, big shout out to you, kiddo.
Put
Hey,
puffs.
Pud, how you doing there, Pud?
Oh, bless.
Your band has a song about pizza, says Bo. I'd love to hear that sometime.
Nah, it's the thought of the 13 quid for the 20 inch that's making him shout gaily. That's what it is.
Oh, man.
Oh man. So, we started this. Well, you started this. It was a one-man show. It was mainly driven off chat. You in the beanie.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I remember
Back in the
that.
day of the beanie.
yeah.
Yeah.
Then Lethal comes in. Blimey, I'm trying to think when Lethal joined you. I
I
think
can say, Chris, when did you join us? Was it about September time?
Last year?
Yeah.
guest appearance.
No,
was
year
on
before. Year before.
I was going to say, I've been on for over a year, haven't I?
Yeah.
27th of September 2018. That's when Lethal was the guest appearance.
Okay.
Was it September?
Yeah, 27th of September.
Yeah, but that's a good for memory, isn't it?
Yeah.
Huggles Bunny.
Wow. It's been that long.
Yeah.
And then, according to the thumbnails, we're looking a regular slot from the 8th of November. We've got Danny comes on as a special guest in 29th of November.
Mm.
Tweak, stop it. That's when it all went downhill.
Rev was a special guest back in 17th of January 2019.
He was. I think we had MF Vapes and all, didn't we?
Mm.
Remember having MF Vapes in?
Yeah, you've definitely had MF Vapes in. I appeared as a special guest in April of 2019. Blimey.
You have actually, Gail. I did give you a huggle, but it was when Chris was shouting out. But Gaily Bob's, big huggle.
And drip. Remember to drip.
Remember to drink. UK Andy, big fist bump kiddo. Hello.
Hey, Andy.
Hey, Andy.
Oh,
Des.
blimey.
Hey, Des. How are you, man? Des Turner in the house?
Des, how you doing? Oh, man.
So yeah,
I suddenly had a flash of Jaeger then.
Yeah, I know.
How do you know what's in my coffee? No, I'm kidding.
Oh, you haven't lived until you tried Andy's Jaeger chai.
I heard that.
That is awesome gear.
I
Oh yeah.
Started me drinking chai again, so. And I don't drink alcohol, so.
There you go.
Scary
There you go.
stuff. Yeah, so, I mean, Gordon Bennett. So it's the 100th episode, and it's only a matter of weeks until it's my 12-month anniversary.
Oh, wow.
That's a scary thought,
I know.
because that means Tales from the Ohm will rapidly be approaching its 1-year anniversary as well.
That is scary as well.
You ain't kidding.
That really is scary. I mean, saying that in August, I've been smoke free for 9 years. In
Yeah.
August, officially, and I've been reviewing for 5 years?
Blimey.
2015.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
5
put in
years.
work, bro.
5 years in.
You long-toothed bugger.
Yeah, old school. I'm one of the old schools.
Aye.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yes, Smooth, I agree completely. Nobody should have to put up with humans. No. No, we don't do humans.
Humans? No.
No.
Give me a
No,
dog any day, wait.
Tell me about it. You know where you are.
You know where you are with a dog.
Yeah. If he don't bite you and he don't pee on you, you're all right. The conversation always makes you hit the fridge, Bronco.
Yeah.
Why? Oh, well, yeah,
Well,
true.
yeah, well, when we start
do
talking
a lot
about
of food. Yeah, there'll be more on that front coming up in a couple of weeks. So.
And Gab's been 8 years in November. Awesome. I can't believe I'm coming up to 9 years officially. I mean, it's 9 years now anyway, because
Yeah.
I started playing around with vaping in 2011. But 9 years. I can't believe that I've officially, in August, it's 9 years since I've had a cigarette.
Wow. Congratulations.
I think mine's coming up end of March. I am 4 years without a cig.
Do you know the day?
Last week.
Was it last week?
The last week of March, because I just got paid.
Mine is March 30th.
No.
And I will be, 3 years completely smoke-free?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Vaping
So
Bunny, 5 years off the stinkies back in February.
nice.
15th of
Congratulations.
April will be 2 years for me.
Nice
Close to
one,
April.
Steve.
Yeah.
Bo can't even remember.
I was totally pissed at the time.
But of course, I was very,
Very
drunk.
drunk. Very drunk.
Bronco's been smoke-free for 3 years. Awesome. Yeah, I mean,
I feel like a granddad.
given you're younger than me, shush.
Yeah, I feel like a granddad. I've been vaping for 9 years.
Back in the day with the silica wick.
Oh, God, yeah.
So, given that we're on the historic kick, I thought it'd be fun for us to go back and see what was actually in vaping news
2 years ago.
back in March of 2018. So we'd got a terrified industry, according to Dick Puddlecoat. In September of 2017, Derek Yak, former WHO cabinet director and developer of the FCTC, so the tobacco control hero, announced the foundation of the Foundation for a Smoke-Free World. As Dick wrote at the time, the mass ranks of state and farmer-funded tobacco controllers were outraged at this because it was funded by a tobacco company which stated that it will have absolutely no input in how the money is spent. More things change, the more they stay the same.
Yeah, no change there. Really?
Another article from Dick Puddlecoat.
Who?
Dick Puddlecoat.
That's a funny
You
name.
couldn't make that name up, could you?
It's fabulous. He's actually got quite a decent blog. So
Does he work at Hogwarts Tobacco Industries?
He doesn't, unfortunately. So, following on from an article he did on the World Conference on Tobacco or Health in Cape Town, proceedings have now wrapped up. Delegates have packed their bags. So what they learned from the conference was that tobacco industry lies about many things. Apparently their insistence, along with accumulated global evidence over the centuries, that prohibition doesn't work is nonsense. They also learned that e-cigarettes have nothing to do with the dramatic decline in smoking in the UK since about 2012. Really? As I say, the more things change. The University of California, San Francisco, publicised a study on March the 5th of 2018, asserting that adolescents who smoke e-cigarettes are exposed to significant levels of potentially cancer-causing chemicals. Really?
Really?
Really? A question was asked by Carl V. Phillips, the Daily Vapor, who is actually marketing to children. We are still asking that question now. So tobacco controllers falsely accuse merchants of marketing to children anytime their message may be seen by someone under 19 or even 25. Not a lot's changed there then. Glance made an attack on UK quit claims. Well, like we trust him. Before the FDA managed to blame vaping on various issues with lung damage, they were going after batteries with report on battery-related injuries. There was a question about IQOS, whether it was a good or a bad thing. I'm still not personally sure of that one. I don't think it's
I don't think it's a good thing.
I think it's tobacco harm reduction, but I'm still not convinced it's a good thing.
I think we talked about. I mean, we spoke a lot about that 2 years ago, and I'm still in the same mindset with heat not burn. Still in the same mindset. Yeah, it's got its place.
Yeah,
but it's got nothing to do with us.
Does it? I don't think it does.
I do.
I don't think it has its place. I don't think it's any better than smoking a regular cigarette. I don't think it's even one lick better.
Right. For argument's sake that it's only 5%, 10%, whatever percentage that you want, if it is slightly less harmful than smoking a cigarette, surely that's better than nothing.
You should just go to atomizing e-liquid.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you on that one, totally.
You know,
I mean,
If it's a choice between smoking and vaping, I'd go full vaping. Screw the.
I'll give you a prime example. I got asked a few months back, actually, if I would like to review a heat not burn. It wasn't an ICOS, it was another company from China that asked me if I wanted to review one. And I replied back and said, thank you very much, but no, I don't review heat not burn. And he replied back asking the question, why? And I explained to him, I said, for me to actually start reviewing heat not burn products, I would actually be going backwards. And he couldn't understand why I was going backwards. And I explained to him, I says, for somebody that's on cigarettes at the present moment and they want to have something less harmful, yes, a heat not burn would be okay because it's less harmful than having a cigarette. But the better solution is actually to go into vaping like I already am doing, which is 95% safer than having a cigarette.
Yep.
You understand? So you've got degrees of sort of like safety, and it's sort of like, well, it's one up from having better for you than having an actual true cigarette. But obviously, if you're going to really do it, you might as well go straight to vaping, and that's the way that I've always thought of it.
Bob, can I draw your attention to the comment from Vaping Irish?
I saw that.
A study done in South Korea showed that IQOS only slightly lowered the levels of one type of carcinogen, which, given that it's basically a fag dipped in PG, there's no surprise. Bill's just said the issue with heat not burn is it still has all the chemicals of a cigarette. There may be fewer by volume, but that's all it is, which is a fair point.
And that's where I come from on my standpoint. I don't feel like it's an effective method of quitting smoking. I don't feel like it has its own place. It's just you're I don't know. You're still getting all the chemicals. You know, I don't think I don't see a difference between smoking and the heat not burn system.
But like I said,
I mean, aside from the method of
I understand. Yeah, but I look at it this way: for everyone's sake, it's only 5-10% better than having a cigarette. It's only 5%, 10%. It is slightly more safer than having a standard cigarette. I don't want to try one.
I'll give you that.
I'll be honest with you. I don't want to try one. I'm not interested in them. But it's like anything else. I'm not interested in trying patches. I'm not interested in trying gums, and I'm definitely not interested in trying the nicotine inhalers either. But they're still part of the harm reduction side of things. I'm not interested in trying snus either.
I'll give that to you. You know, even if it's only reducing one chemical, you know, that's still that much safer than smoking regular tobacco cigarettes. But the benefit is not enough for me to say.
No. I mean, totally. I mean, we are lucky. I mean,
like if somebody asked me, I would recommend them to go to an actual vape rather than the IQOS.
Yeah, but for argument's sake, you're in a country that you can't get hold of a vape, but you can get hold of a heat not burn. Would you recommend it then?
I think that
I guess so. It's hard for me to answer that because I live in a country where it is available to me.
Yeah. But if so, like you are limited with the actual options that you can actually have as a country. Now, obviously, heat not burn are Asian based. Right. I mean, they're really heavily Asian based over there. So
that would be if I was to choose harm reduction methods, that would be probably low on the list that I would recommend.
Yeah, it's okay.
You know, it would be about that much lower than Chantix, probably. And those two are on the bottom of my list. I would never recommend those to anybody.
I mean, Bronco's just put his heat not burns just another way to sell tobacco. Personally, I think he's quite correct in that statement.
I would as well.
So, right. We've done the heat not burn. Let's move on to that before we start a punch up. So, the American Cancer Society, back in 2018, the American Cancer Society's board of directors issued a new position statement on e-cigarettes, stating that the products are less harmful than smoking cigarettes, and recommending clinicians support all attempts to quit the use of combustible tobacco and work with smokers to eventually stop using any tobacco product, including e-cigarettes. Slightly more positive message from them 2 years ago. Which I found interesting. But anyway, there you are. A quick roundup of what we were looking at back in 2018. And to be honest, as I said, more things change, more they stay the same.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of things have stayed the same.
Hey, sinner.
Oh,
Sinner.
the Lord of Lewdness, the God of the Gutter. He's with us.
Of course he is.
The force is strong with this one.
The force is very strong.
Mine, so's the Asbos, but hey. Oh, bless. There we are. Kelsa Priest says Sinner. Chris has trimmed back his chin beard. Kind of looks like Vanilla Ice again now.
Do you know something? I was looking at Chris. You know when he really does trim his face? If he had blondish hair, he don't look like Kurt Cobain.
That's actually a compliment. I love Kurt Cobain.
You've got the eyes.
Hold on, he's not got a big hole in his head.
Oh, that's harsh. That's rough.
I've waited a few years to use that one.
Manic fist bump, buddy. Yeah, if you had a blondish hair, yeah, I, honestly, many times I've thought, Kurt Cobain, yeah, you've just got the eyes.
Maybe I'll dye it.
Buddy's just said, wow, BFG, that's dark, even for
For
you.
you.
Hey, Steve Parkinson, welcome to the
Fist
stream.
bump.
Thanks for the new subscribe, bro.
Thank you.
Good evening, Steve.
Welcome to the 100th episode, bro.
Can't believe I still can't get over 100 episodes.
I know, right?
100 episodes. I think we've done, considering we are into the second year of doing this, and that means that we've missed 4 episodes, and I think 2 of them were literally Christmas.
Yep.
2 of them were. There was one you and Steve had gone, I believe, to Expo.
Yeah.
And I did the show on my own.
You did the show with not Gail. Mama
Jules?
Vapes. Yeah, you did Jules. So actually, really, this is our 101st episode because that one was done on Facebook, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's
so
right.
really, this is the 101st 101.
You know, I never realised there were so many Kurt Cobain fans in chat. Oh, boy. I've just been told off
Whoa,
by
Jenny. Whoa. Hold right there, Bo.
Wow. Yeah, it'd be right, that, Gail. Gail's the Bitches 4 years anniversary has just passed.
Oh, congratulations.
Blooming it, 4 years. It's frightening where time goes.
I'll tell you what. Some of those older episodes of The Bitches, absolutely brilliant. Well worth. I don't think you can catch up on them now, can you?
On the old ones, I
The older
believe.
ones.
If I remember rightly, Chuck might come in chat. You never know. But I think the old ones, when we was on the Vape UK network, you can still watch them. I think he archived them, so you can still watch them. And same with the last of the Summer Vapes.
Because when I first started, obviously I was watching Last of the Summer Vapes, and I kept on seeing advert, for the Bitches. And the first Bitches show I ever watched, my jaw hit the floor so quick. My God.
I mean, when you start talking about the Vape UK network, that actually just feels like a lifetime ago.
It does. Well, Last of the Summer Vapes feels years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it wasn't. It was a couple of years, yeah, but
About 4 years ago.
Was it 4?
Mm-hmm.
God. That used to be my weekly treat, that did, tuning into you, Adam and Aidan.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
Back in, well, that's what I used to love about the Bitches show, because it was women.
Mm.
And we all love women.
Well, yes, we do. Well, all I'm going to say is, why limit yourself? Right.
Oh, sinner. You're funny. If Chris wrote Nirvana songs, Coil As You Are, Coil Shaped Box, it smells like Coil Spirit, the man who sold the coils.
I like it.
Not the same. Not seeing a threesome with the bitches on a Friday night saves a fortune to wet wipes.
Irish.
No.
Irish, too. BFG Hodgson, did your jaw hit the floor quicker than Kurt Cobain's? You started this monster.
It did, mate, but we didn't have to pull the teeth out the wall. But oh,
Got some
blimey!
bleach. I don't think the stain's coming out.
That was the thing about the bitches. I mean, when you look back on it 4 years ago, I don't think there was another female show.
There wasn't.
Vaping. It was such a sausage fest.
Mm.
As far as I'm aware of, there wasn't a whole, pure female all cast show.
And that's rolling over to the U.S. too now. Because we got That's What She Said with Jess Marie from DHD Tips. We got Michelle Lynn Daldime. She's on there. Angela Garrity's on there.
Yeah. Ruby Roo.
It's a full female. Ruby Roo, yes. I can't forget Ruby.
You did, though, didn't you?
I did. I did forget. I did. I can't. But I did.
Can't forget her, but I did.
But I did. Yeah.
I mean, that first time I met Mark at Expo with Aiden, and then all of a sudden, just all these people I've been watching on YouTube, and Bunny was there. Yeah, and I'm sort of stood there in the circle thinking, what the hell am I doing here?
And now look at you.
It was also complete fanboyism, yeah. Because Roy was there as well.
Mm.
Yeah, because he was doing his gecko face. Oh.
Yeah, Gail, for a long, long time, he was the only all-female show.
Yep.
But I tell you what.
Like I said, it's just started to roll over in the U.S., but...
Yeah, but for an all-female show, they went to places where some of the other shows
won't go.
Dream of going.
Right.
I think one of the first ever shows that I ever watched was Vapor Trails TV with Dave Dawn.
Panel.
No, with Dave Dawn. It was the UK one.
Oh, okay. And you're not talking about Jay.
No.
J-Lo. Fuck, I can't remember his name. Why can't I remember his name? Not J-Bo. It was
what's his face?
Pulse. Tony B.
Tony B.
That's right.
Yeah, he does Vapor Trails. No, this was Vapor Trails with Dave Dawn. They had Cat. Who else did they have? Gary Dibley and all them lot. That was the first ever show I ever used to watch regular. And going across the pond, it was the guys, Plumes of Hazard.
Now
I've heard of them. I haven't seen their show.
Plumes of Hazard was an awesome show at one point. Yeah, there was the big show in America.
Bunny's just said that's because we ain't got a filter.
Yeah.
Does that mean I could be an honorary bitch? And
Honorary?
Honorary.
New teeth, please. And Gailey says, I have no idea what you could mean, Mr. Hodgson. Oh,
dear.
Bless. Iris says he's not enjoying the break. Bunny's enjoying the break.
Hello, Darren. How are you?
And I'll leave you boys to read that comment from Sinner. Oh, Bunny, yes,
yeah.
Please.
Hey, this time I read it and I didn't say it out loud.
Good man. Apparently I started the club. Thank you, Tweak.
There you go.
Oh, Bless.
Bill Richards, thank you very much for mentioning that too. Vaping Misfits, new regular time Sundays at 9 p.m.
Yeah, go check out Chris and the boys.
March
Guaranteed
28th.
that should be epic. But just if you haven't seen the Vaping Misfits regular show, go check it out.
Yeah, definitely.
There is some thought-provoking stuff on there.
Oh yeah, and it's very touching too.
And it looks like you're going to be a guest as well, doesn't it?
Does it?
Yeah. They were wanting you on. We were talking on Sunday.
Oh, Matt mentioned it. Yeah. I've not talked to Chris, so. Well, I have talked to Chris, but not about that. But no, it's all good. I would love to, because I mean those boys are brilliant.
Yeah, they've had me on a couple of times.
Sinister, thought-provoking, sod that. I'm here for the moobs, boobs, and the piss taking. Sinner, I'd expect no less, my darling.
Oh, that'd be cool, Bunny. That'd be cool seeing you on Misfits.
Irish, that's a wicked rumour. I did say if everyone tunes in and donates on the charity live, she'd wear a low-cut top. That's from Jenny. Well, if that's not a reason to give...
No. If that's not a reason to give, I don't know what is, he says.
Personally, I'd be happy with just a headshot, Jen.
Rob Barry, thank you very much.
Fist bump, mate. Thank you.
Sinner.
Well, I'm hoping Jenny's going to have a low-cut top on when she comes on our show.
Easy, boys.
Well, I'm being honest.
Huh?
I said low-cut, no, not nude.
Thank you, Bill.
Smith, you ain't kidding, kid. Have to do my part.
Yes.
Fucking zipper chainsaw again, says Irish.
You were doing so well, Chris.
No, I don't see anything wrong with it, but then again, I don't get it, I guess. Yeah, I didn't see anything wrong with that one.
Sinner, calm yourself, son. Remember your blood pressure. Ooh, bah.
Ooh.
Bah.
Breathe, lad, breathe.
Stuart says if it ain't a wet t-shirt, I'm not watching, Jenny. Liam Dovey, how are you, brother? Fist bump.
Hi, Liam. Oh God. Yes. I don't know. Yeah.
Nice one, Irish.
Yeah, Irish, keep them coming.
So what are you gents vaping on anyways? We haven't even touched on that.
Why, we've got a vape show going off. Is it a vape show? This?
I'm just enjoying the... I'm enjoying the
episode of a vape show going on. BFG always has a shiny globe on cast.
I was lucky the other day just going to put a battery in one of my mechs that had been set with the switch and RDA and found a short length of canthal wiring. Ooh, blooming heck, you were lucky, kidder.
Blimey, Simon.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That could have been a hot arse.
Yeah, that could have been. Get it out!
Sorry, look, with the beams. Damn,
Lob it! Out the window!
It's a bomb.
What do you mean the window was shut? So, Chris, what are you vaping on then?
Well,
Okay,
got...
that's lovely, Chris. Steve, what are you vaping on? Yeah, that's lovely.
Same old for me, bud.
Well, that was a quick buffet.
Go on then, Chris. What are you vaping on, kiddo?
Oh, man. I've got 4 things that I'm vaping on right now. We've got the Dreamer right there with the Ardent RDA on top. And in that, we've got the Vape Punks Bubble Melon.
Ooh.
Really enjoying that.
Yeah, it's nice. That.
Really, really enjoying that. And I'm not a fan of bubblegum candy flavors. I'm not a fan of watermelon, but that one's really good. It brings me back to when I was younger, when I used to get that Hubba Bubba gum, the one with the pink center. identical. Brings me right back to when I used to get that. We've also got the next ones are all going to be from the same juice line, but we've got the Vert and Unicorn RDA with inside that we've got Coquito from Sabores del Encanto, which is a coconut rum eggnog.
Ooh, I won't mind trying that.
I'm enjoying that. It is really good. It really is. We've also got that dual 21700 Warlock's Hammer mod with the Apocalypse Gen 2 sitting pretty on top with a nice matchy drip tip. In that, we've got the Pastelillos de Guayaba, the guava flaky pastry, also from Sabores del Encanto.
Chris,
yeah.
Before you get any further out, you ain't off come out with them perfectly. Go on, say them liquids again.
Oh, what? Pastelillos de Guayaba?
Yeah, it's just the way you say it. It's so natural.
Poquito. And then inside the Hexohm V3 O-frame with the Odium RDA on top, we have more Sabores del Encanto. We have the Bizcocho de Piña al revés. And that is a pineapple rum upside down cake. All of these are delicious.
You're a natural, dude. You're just a natural.
Bro, I took 3 years of Spanish in high school, and I worked almost 17 years doing landscaping with Spanish-speaking people. So I learned a lot of the language, and I learned a lot of the dialect.
Yeah,
so
that's why you can play with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, us we'd be struggling like crazy. You know, us Yorkshire.
What the hell does this say? Pastelillos?
Pastelillo?
Like guayaba? Cockatoo? Is that what that says? Cockatoo?
Rev, big fist bump. So, Stevie, baby, what you want?
Oh, same old, dude. Vinci X. In that, we've got Bit of Riot Squad, Blue Burst. Got the Aegis with the Aegis X on top. I don't know if you can see that. The paintwork is suffering.
Oh dear. Was that your Zeus X?
That's the Zeus X.
Mm.
Really not happy. And finally, we've got the MVV2 with the drop on top. And in... I don't know if you can see how little there is left, but that's the apricot yogurt. And that's in the MVV2.
I don't know. We saw a barcode.
Did you? Fabulous. Yeah. At least you know.
That's a lovely barcode.
It is. It's a superb barcode there. There is literally a smidgen.
Oh, there is a smidgen.
Oh, wow.
And in the Zeus X, we got another one from the Sweetie range.
Oh, which one's that? Banana Smash.
Foam bananas all day.
Ooh.
It is gorgeous.
Oh, I'll have to try some of that.
Is it a candy banana?
Yeah. I don't know if you get them in the States. It's like it's literally like a sort of foam. It's a jelly.
Like
solid,
a taffy?
Yeah, like a taffy.
Okay.
But it's a very artificial banana flavour. Very sweet.
I couldn't do that. I couldn't do an artificial banana.
Awesome. Absolutely awesome. Jenny, you can't put comments like that in. Irish, try it, son.
Yeah. Not a lot you can say about that one. Well, there is, but...
Oh, jeez. Hodgson, I like you, but touch Jenny before I do, and I'll be forced to mount your severed hands on my wall. Granted, it would be a fair trade, in my honest opinion.
So, best tell you what I'm on, Anna.
Please do, Mark, before this gets
any serious. Zeus X on the clutch. Dual intake on the Hexohm. I've got the Vector RDA on the Iron Fist. What were we calling it? It's that whale. Orca Solo. I'm on the Kennedy with the Goon.
Jesus Christ.
I'm on the Vaporesso Target MP80 as well. Juice lines, I've got loads of juices, but basically I'm finishing off the last bit of my Jones Juice Berry. I've also got coconut milk mango with coconut. I've also got double drip super berry 50/50. And last but not least, I've got my new homebrew.
Oh, how's that going?
It's coming out. I know it sounds stupid, but it's almost reminding me of a bit of a tobacco-y flavour. Right.
Just explain to people what you've done.
Right. What it is a Graham's cracker cheesecake, but I've put that with
Okay.
maple syrup. Well,
I can see why you're getting tobacco.
I'm almost getting a tobacco-y kind of... It's not a proper tobacco, but I'm getting a kind of... Because you've got that Graham's cracker, and the Graham's cracker's really punching out, you're getting a little bit... Because obviously it's an American cheesecake, so it's more of a cream than it is our cheesecake. So I'm just getting a subtle bit of cream at the background, and then on top of that, I'm getting that strong maple syrup. But because I've mixed it together, I'm not getting... It's not as sweet. So I'm almost getting like a tobacco-y, nutty kind of taste as well in the background. It's weird. And I'm enjoying it. It's so far so good. It's only been steeping for a week. I think I'm going to leave the rest... I've just got a sample of it. I'm going to leave the rest because I made 200 mil. Well, 240 mil to be exact. I'm going to leave that in the rest of it and leave it for another week, see how it progresses.
Cool. Alan's just asked which Kennedy, mate.
Which Kennedy? It's the... which Kennedy is it? That one.
Is that the 25?
Yeah.
That looks like the Kennedy 25.
Yeah, it's the
25. Oh, no. Ruby 21, maybe?
No, because the...
Vindicator.
Vindicator, that's it. Yeah.
The Vindicator.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know why I said the Ruby 21. That's a totally different mode.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, with the goon on top.
David with DJ. What's going on, Josh?
CJ!
I love it. Stuart's just asked...
Orion.
Oh, there we are.
It's the one that you wanted. This is the clone version. Remember? You wanted to buy one.
Good stuff.
All those years ago. That seems a lifetime ago, doesn't it? And all.
Well, it's over a year since we last did Ralphie's.
Ralphie's?
God, yeah.
Yeah, Knucklehead.
Knucklehead vapes.
Oh, man. I haven't
That
really
was
thought about Knucklehead vapes in a while.
that was a day and a half. That was.
Oh, that were awesome that day.
We spent about an hour going through the Veet reviews on Amazon, but it was almost like a theatrical recital.
That was brilliant, honestly. I have never wet myself so much. That was so funny.
It was fabulous. Right, so do you want to... Shall we go on to the current news? Or
Yes, I think you ought to go do some current news.
Right, so...
News time.
Right, for those that didn't catch it, Regulator Watch did a fantastic interview with Linda Board, who is a professor. She's the Bruce and John Usher Professor of Public Health at the University of Edinburgh. And to be honest, it was an absolutely cracking interview, and they were discussing the Public Health England 2020 evidence update. So rather than trying to explain, the link is in chat. So if you'd like to watch that yourselves, please feel free. For those
Above
on
the
catch-up,
clouds,
it should
fist
still be
bump.
live. Going back, we now have UK politics. I know Vic mentioned this on his Hump Day report, but we did actually... I spotted this, I think it was Monday night, because we put the link up in the Tales from the Ohm group on Facebook. Labour's Alex Cunningham wants, according to the article, wants a ban on vaping in enclosed spaces. What he actually said was, he's the MP for Stockton North and asked the Secretary of State for Health and Social Care if they will be making an assessment of the potential merits of extending the ban on smoking in enclosed public spaces to cover vaping as well. He didn't elaborate on what the potential merits were. So So the Undersecretary Joe Churchill replied, currently there are no plans to do so, and Public Health England's 2018 evidence review found that to date there'd been no identified health risks of passive vaping to bystanders. And if you look at the 2020 evidence review, there is still no evidence to support passive vaping issues. Then Slough MP Singh Desi put forward a number of anti-vape questions since the election, but this week he seems to look more at smoking, and that's what the assessments have been conducted to look at lung disease trends and what recent steps have been taken to reduce the incidence of lung disease. So Joe Churchill again pointed that smoking was the biggest preventable risk factor for serious lung disease in England, and that all of the answers to both of his questions could be found in the Tobacco Control Plan for England, as published by the government. Apparently, the rate of emergency admissions to hospital for respiratory diseases increased significantly from 2013-14 to 2018-19, although the new number of cases of lung cancer had increased from 2001 to 2003 to 2015 to 2017 in both men and women. However, after adjustment for the size of population, its age, the incidence rates of lung cancer has steadily fallen in men, but surprisingly risen in women.
Helicopter!
Mojo! I just want to say, Liam W., that is very wishful thinking. That's not going to happen. The U.S. is not going to take note. And we already know why. Oh, he was saying U.S. take note of the report.
Yeah, the response from the US has been very muted over the evidence review, to say the least. I think, to be honest, the only ones that I've seen particularly talking about it has either been Grim or Regwatch. They're the only two that I've seen in print or on video. So coming back again, the WHO FCTC debate was opened by Tory Bob Black, chairman of the All-Party Parliamentary Management Group on Smoking and Health, and said it's fair to say that the one target on which we're being extremely challenged is persuading pregnant women to stop smoking. Again, if you look at the National Midwife Council, they actually pushed vaping.
Yeah, they have,
heavily. They've been doing it for the last 18 months. So, it's... Last month, yet again, he states the UK was rated best in Europe for our comprehensive tobacco control strategy, and as we've now left the European Union, we want no backsliding from that performance. Does that mean we're going to see problems?
I think the only worry that I've got more than anything else is because, let's be right, we are in the Brexit term now. At the end of the year, that's when we officially leave the European Union. I've got a feeling that this vaping and all that lot will be put on the back burner.
It'll be interesting.
I really do. I think they've got that much to actually sort out. That many legislations to sort out. I think we might end up being pushed on the back burner.
Well, the tinfoil part of me is saying that the only reason coronavirus is being pushed as hard as it is to get everybody's mind off what's actually happening with Brexit.
Well, let's face it, it's always the case of look at this hand, but you don't know what this one's doing.
Exactly.
Well, I've got my own thoughts on the coronavirus here in the States.
Oh, good. Please do tell.
I'm tinfoil hat, devil's advocate, whatever you want to call it. Personally, I don't feel like I know the coronavirus exists, but do I think that it's as bad as they're making it out to be? No. Why? I believe that they're using it as a scare tactic to make more money for pharmaceutical companies on treatments. I feel like there's a possibility that they could be using this, that somebody had biologically engineered this virus in a lab and is using it to control populations, whereas it only affects the weak, the elderly, the already suppressed immune system individuals, you know.
Interesting.
I'm sorry,
those
Chris.
are my thoughts.
I'm not laughing at that, mate. It's Smooth put that comment up. Irish, if Jenny does the bunny bra challenge with the bitches, how would you feel about Jenny auctioning off the bra afterwards?
Oh, jeez.
That's
right
why
there.
I was giggling. No, Chris, I honestly think there may be some valid evidence that points towards what you just said. You know, because the only people that at the minute seem to be making any money are pasta makers, hand gel makers, and strangely enough, Andrex.
Yeah. What
And
is
you
it?
know what?
I just don't understand. Why the toilet rolls?
Dead simple, mate. One person coughs, 100 people shit themselves. Right?
Well, yeah, I like it.
Diarrhea is part of the whole thing there. They don't want to be caught with their pants down, in a manner of speaking.
Right, and moving on. This was a really nice story. Smoke-free Norfolk
Neutrality.
started a vaping scheme, which is being evaluated by UAE researchers, which is the University of East Anglia. So what it is Smoke-Free Norfolk offer a vape voucher to people in the Great Yarmouth area who are struggling to quit smoking. Around 21% of the people who live in Great Yarmouth smoke tobacco, compared to 14% of people in the rest of Norfolk and 15% as the national average. So this comes during National No Smoking Day, which was the 11th of March. The vape voucher scheme, which had been running since December 2019, is a pilot project to help those who would like to quit smoking using an e-cigarette. There are similar projects across the country, but I think this is the first one that's actually been evaluated by the university, or a university. So Dr. Caitlin Notley, who's a senior lecturer at the UAE's medical school, leading the research and a member of the Norfolk Tobacco Control Alliance, said, research shows that vaping is an effective method of quitting smoking when compared with normal nicotine replacement therapies like patches and gum. And e-cigarettes are now the most frequently chosen method of stop smoking support. In fact, the research completed by Dr. Notley suggests that they are particularly helpful in helping people to not only quit, but to stay quit for good. So Jay Marsh, shop manager at the Ministry of Vape, who are involved in the scheme, said that his biggest aim is to help people stop smoking. As an ex-smoker, I know what a big leap it was to make and can speak from personal experience about how much vaping helped him stay quit. So I'm really pleased to be working with Smoke-Free Norfolk. That was such a lovely, positive story. It was a pleasure to come across.
I mean, let's face it, we don't get many nice and happy ending type of stories, do we? So it's nice to hear a nice one.
Mark's looking for happy endings.
It is, it's nice. Oh, come on, let's face it. For the last, we can virtually say 2 years, we've had nothing but doom and gloom.
Yeah.
Especially, no offence, but especially from across the pond, this last 18 months has been terrible. So it's nice to hear some positive, upbeat, good news. So I always like good news.
Yeah, I must admit, I think what did it for me was the idea of, normally when you say smoke free, do you know, Jan? It's nearly coffee time.
Hey, DE, how are you, buddy?
Normally when you hear about smoke-free organisations, it's very doom and gloom. You're going to die. You know, this just seems such a lovely positive. DE, how you doing?
And DE, I haven't heard about that, but that's disgusting. I don't agree with that at all.
Start to sell hand sanitizers in vape, but no.
That's absolutely abhorrent to the
Guys, what's
vape
your
industry.
opinions on vape shops?
You sure somebody's not been pulling your leg there, DE?
Yeah, seriously. That sounds a little bit out there. But then again, weirder things have happened.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah.
Weirder things.
I just
Vape
noticed
Around
what
just reported it.
Ryan's just put. The only sad news is it looks like Expo is doubtful. Oh, I think it's early days yet to say yay or nay into it. I think they're just waiting to see how things progress. But if they cancel
Vaporwave just reported it on their Instagram page, apparently. I'm going
Yeah,
to check that.
there is a big post about it. Basically, what they're saying is they're keeping an eye on the coronavirus situation and will make a decision closer to the date based on the issue.
The only worry I've got about that one is not exactly it's the people that's already booked the hotels.
Well, this is it.
I mean, let's face it, a lot of people already book the hotels way in advance, and normally they book it a year in advance for Expo. And if they haven't put it down as the cancel...
Jesus.
Wow.
The guy who invented hand sanitizer is doing well for himself. He must be rubbing his hands together.
Okay, so it looks like the bottle isn't labeled as e-liquid.
Okay.
And at the end of the day, a plastic bottle is a plastic bottle. I don't care what we're used to seeing in it. A plastic bottle is a plastic bottle. This has proper labeling on it, describing it as hand sanitizer. This I can get behind.
Yeah, I mean...
At the end of the day, a plastic bottle is a plastic bottle, no matter what you put in it.
Yeah.
The one that made me laugh was, did you see the... Whether it's true or not, I don't care, because it had me giggling. Did you see the story about the kid that got expelled? He'd got a bottle of hand sanitizer and was selling it at 50p a shot to his mates.
An entrepreneur in the making.
Too right, that's Dragon's Den right there, you know. Now, if I was him, I'd be smearing that PVA glue onto the handles of doors and things to make people think there's stuff and snot and all sorts on the knobs.
So getting back to what this goes, so basically a vape shop has started, obviously bought a load of hand sanitizer and then pumped it into little bottles to hand out, or is he selling it that way?
Well, he bought a big bottle of hand sanitizer with a pump on.
Yeah.
And was literally selling it at 50p a shot.
Huh?
There you go. He made £9 and bought a kebab.
The thing, DE, is that there are other substances that come in very, very similar bottles. And if we don't have a problem with those, we shouldn't have a problem with the hand sanitizer as long as the labeling is proper. You know?
I think what the problem is sort of like he's buying it from a shop and then flogging it for...
Do I think vape shops should be selling hand sanitizer? No.
No,
I don't think it has any reason to be in a vape shop. Absolutely not. That's like a pharmacy type product. You know?
You ain't kidding.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, I kind of... Right. When I'm helping people with their devices and things like that, when I'm changing coils and things like that, I wash my hands. So I think the staff should add hand sanitizers.
Yeah, I mean, you've just got to be careful because obviously there is an amount of alcohol in it. It's not like you're rubbing vodka onto your hands, which potentially is extremely flammable. Yeah. There's enough.
But every time I do, help somebody, I still wash my hands. I must wash my hands every time that I help somebody out. Because to be honest with you, I hate the feeling of e-liquid on my hands. It just really...
I'll use 90% rubbing alcohol.
But I mean, I just nip into the washroom and wash my hands with normal washing up liquid and hand wash and then back and help them.
See,
Gail, with the demand for hand sanitizer, that doesn't surprise me at all. £20 a bottle.
When I'm cleaning my mechs, after I've polished, I always rub them down with alcohol. To make sure I've got rid of all the polish
oils
on it.
Yeah.
But you leave it for 10 minutes, it evaporates, and it ain't going to go bang. Yeah.
And Gail, that is one blooming good point.
Oh yeah, carbolic soap.
No. I used to wash my hands before it was fashionable. What were they doing beforehand? All these hand sanitizers. What were they washing their hands with before? Makes you wonder, doesn't it? It's so like, well, you should be washing your hands anyway in the first place. Mucky buggers.
Right. Do you remember the old coal tar soap?
Yeah.
That stuff killed everything.
I love the smell of that.
Oh,
Can you remember
man.
you used to be able to get it and it was almost see-through?
Yeah,
But you can't get it like that now. It's just like normal soap.
it's orange now. But
Yeah, it used to be like in a proper oblong. It looks like a brick.
oh, it was proper stuff.
I love my brick.
Be careful how
Ooh.
you say that, darling.
Rajan says he heard the British government have said that any store overcharging for sanitizer will be fined.
And so it should. I know they are. I know in certain shops they're restricting how many items you can buy per person.
Well, I'm not being funny. Around Retford, I mean, I've been off the last week, and you go to the likes of Home Bargains or the rest of it, you know, the cheaper stuff, or even Asda. You try finding bog roll. Seriously, the shelves are empty.
Yeah.
I actually watched them open a box of loo rolls, and they'd gone within 2 minutes. And this was one step up from what's that, Isle. You know, this is the really cheap 80 grit. You know, if you've got farmers, it's coming off with your next white stuff. Yeah.
I mean, our local Asda was exactly the same.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, what is the world coming to? It really boggles my mind. It really does.
Dee's just asked an interesting one. Do you let other people take drags off your mods? That's always one person that says, that smells nice. Let me have a pull on that.
I used to.
I don't. I don't like doing it.
No,
I'm not a germaphobe, and I wipe it off, and I expect them to do the same, and everybody has. So.
Me in a vape shop, no.
No?
No. I don't know who they are. I don't know if they've got lurgy.
True.
I'm not a big.
And that's a risk. That's a risk I've taken.
Believe it or not, what I normally tend to do with my vape is I actually put my vape underneath the counter as I'm talking to him, so I kind of stop that conversation straight away.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I don't like sharing my drip. No, because no.
Actually, it is, Liam. Diarrhea is a symptom of COVID-19.
We're not being told that here in the UK.
Yeah. I was looking up symptoms this morning on health websites, and yeah, diarrhea is a symptom of coronavirus.
Because we're being told that it's sort of like a dry, tickly throat, cough, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. Tiberius has just put, he was in Aldi earlier and there was no loo rolls, so he bought kitchen roll instead. I went to the Retford Asda last night, and I think people have had the same thought because there was only one roll of kitchen roll left as well.
Oh, jeez.
Why won't this work? There you go.
I mean, at the end of the day, what worries me more by all this... Dear Lord.
Sorry.
What worries me more by all these people hoarding stuff is you've got pensioners and things. Yeah? You've got pensioners that go out and do a weekly shop. They're not hoarding. Yeah? You've got all these old boys who need loo roll. And what they're going to do? You know what I mean? Some of them can't afford to make multiple trips to the shop.
Yeah, see, Healthline.com has an article that I was reading from 2 days ago, signs and symptoms of coronavirus. Some of the most common symptoms are fever, cough, fatigue, and shortness of breath, but other coronavirus patients may experience additional symptoms such as runny or stuffy nose, sore throat, headache, body aches and pains, and diarrhea.
Well, that's killed that one.
Yep.
Dude, if I'm going to die, I'm going to die.
It's going to happen someday.
Exactly. Nobody gets out of life alive.
Exactly. Nobody gets out alive. No.
Jesus Christ. I've got what? Early stages of COPD. I'm the wrong side of 50. I'm carrying more lard than most sausages.
Irish, that's true. It hits home for a lot of people because there are a lot of autoimmune disorder patients out there. And for me, especially where my wife is one of those people, she has systemic lupus, which is an autoimmune disorder, and she doesn't have the immune system that we would have. Hers is not as strong. She would get sicker a lot faster and a lot harder than a lot of other people will.
Same here.
Well,
You know?
anybody
Exactly
on
the same.
anybody on
Oh, you have
chemo?
lupus?
Mm-hmm.
Did you? Do you really?
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah. And to add to it, I've got diabetes type 2 as well.
Oh, geez.
So I'm well buggered.
Irish, darling, I might be the wrong side of 90, but my hands are still bigger than yours, mate.
And thanks, Timmy. Timmy, if he's not well, he always ends up with the SoulOhms.
Oh, bless.
That's right, Liam. 2 things guaranteed in life: death and taxes.
Hey, I've just worked it out.
What's that?
You know, obviously I was poorly at Expo, wasn't I?
Mm.
I could be the coronavirus. I mean, you know, what do they
Incarnate?
call it? No. What do they call it? Patient X.
Patient zero?
Yeah,
No.
I could be patient. Yeah, but you think about it. I was poorly and I spoke to all them Chinese people.
Oh,
And shook
I could have
hands and all
stepped
that.
with
Oh,
you. You could be the reason for all of
Yeah.
this. Damn it.
You didn't slip any tongue in though.
yeah.
So
All you have to do, you've got to be only a foot away from them to get it. I could be patient zero. This could all be my fault. SoulOhm
There you
breaks
go.
down the world.
Dee's just said, rumour is that Expo isn't being cancelled for COVID-19. It's the vendors fed up of catching solo. Tiberius has just said, I survived Birmingham back in the 90s and the Spanish flu when I was in bed for 3 weeks and throwing back all food and drink for 3 weeks. If this gets me, I've gone soft. Apparently, we're already identified Amber as patient zero. She had all of the symptoms, even ended up in hospital with pneumonia before it all hit. Speaking of which, Amber, Uggles!
Also, I guess it's rumored that PG kills coronavirus.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
PG's been used as a desiccant and
For
antibacterial
years.
compound in hospitals for years.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that makes
So
me
I think
laugh,
we'll be safe because we're inhaling it.
well, the bit that makes me laugh is, wouldn't it be a shame if all the aunties over in the States got COVID? We were all stuck I feel fabulous.
You know, I was talking about that earlier. I was like, watch. People are going to notice that no vapors are getting sick with COVID-19, and they're going to start pressing it. The government's going to go, vape. Everybody vape. Vape
Just
now.
vape.
Just vape.
No,
They
because
won't. I know they
big,
won't, but
big pharma will still be sat there going, no, get sick.
Please,
sick.
please get sick.
Please
Please.
get sick. Look,
Yeah, you're right.
I've got a holiday in the Caribbean to pay for. Please get sick. Just call them. Told Matt that's harsh, but I agree. Yeah, PG's used in aspirin inhalers. You know, it's don't have any PG, will VG work? Got a 5-litre bottle just.
I'm confused. Net reality. I'm more worried about the 2 viruses infecting live vaping channels at the moment, CJ19 and that lethal one. They're everywhere.
Brilliant. That was
Have
good.
you been
that.
tarting it, young man? Have you
I don't
been
know.
tarting
I
it?
don't think so.
Oh man, net reality, that was awesome.
That would bang on that. That was brilliant.
Oh man. So we've had dark so far. We've had shock revelations about happy endings, and apparently lethal's a tart. Oh man, that could be
Well,
plausible.
that's it, Tiberius. It's claimed that PG neutralizes the virus.
It wouldn't surprise me. Would not surprise me one bit. I also
Been run over,
heard.
stabbed, had 330 volts pass through me, thrown downstairs. I could go on, but if the flu kills me, please lie on my headstone and say it was something cooler.
Here lies vaping Irish. See, I told you it was knob rot.
Oh, goodness.
Oh man. It's in inhalers as it carries other things like medicine in inhalers, Nick Flay. Yeah, that's fair enough for the aerosol vape inhalers. But I mean, you do also get the turbo inhalers, which is the ones I'm normally on with the micro powder, which are actually easier when you've got reduced lung capacity because it carries further down into the bronchial passages. But
Des Turner, big
Des,
fist bump. Thank you so
diamond.
much.
Big
Wow.
love, Des. Big love, buddy.
Big love. Thank you.
No, Irish, we're not putting that. That's far too cool. Died rescuing 12 puppies and a tiger from a burning house. Oh, here we go. Here lies vaping Irish, suffocated to death by something he loved while holding them up in a live Now, if that doesn't put a smile on Irish's face, oh, well, there we go. I die with a smile. No, you die with a flat head, mate. Have you not seen those videos on YouTube with the well-endowed lady in the melons?
Now whose jaw's hitting the floor pretty quickly?
I have never seen anything like it. She produces this mammoth boob, and it's a big old boob. And she literally slams it onto a watermelon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
I've seen where the
watermelon breaks.
Yep.
I've seen it where she does the cans of
I've seen
beer.
the cans too, yeah.
Oh,
Slam! I've seen it.
Why would you think that were a good idea in the first place? Oh, I just think I'll.
look, you've had a rough day with your kids. Your husband's been an arsehole. What are you going to do? Breaking boards with her boobs. No, I've not seen a board one. I've seen the can crushing the watermelon.
Jenny, I don't believe you.
I don't either.
No.
Pictures where it never happened.
We want proof.
Pictures where it never happened.
Behave.
No, I'm sorry. I'm being a because you can't come out with a comment like that and not back it up.
Oh, Bunny's. I think Bunny's just won the award. Here lies vaping Irish. Jenny's trampoline tutorial was just too much. Oh, Amanda. Bless. Oh,
A
Timmy
trick I learned in school and never left me.
And Gailey says they're heavy. I'm surprised there's not an earthquake every time she rolls over in bed at night. There's a lot to be said for sprung mattresses. Bless. I suddenly fear for chihuahuas owned by big boobed ladies.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, the little chihuahua comes in to snuggle in at night. They roll over and whack.
All you hear is.
Mommy, what happened to Fluffy? Fluffy passed away this morning, my dear. Don't worry, he went gently.
He left happy.
Here lies vaping Irish, dies broken-hearted, went to shit but only farted.
Oh, dear God.
Blimey, that's going back a bit, Steve.
It certainly is.
Oh my goodness.
How the hell did we get onto this subject?
I'm not quite sure.
Yo, I don't know. Wasn't me this time.
Oh, there we are. Smooth's just said Jenny can do things with her boobs that are quite frankly terrifying and defy logic. Now I'm intrigued. Catch you later, Alan.
Later, Alan.
Irish says I'd like to see that. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm shocked.
I'm extremely shocked.
Oh, bless. Des has just said at Gaily Bops, I did wonder what the tremors were when I was staying at the Premier Inn last year. Now I know.
Awesome. Well, yeah,
Jeez.
getting back to the whatchamacallit, the expos. I was wondering about the German one as well.
Rev's probably the best person to ask about that.
I would assume that they're under the same as our expo as well. They're just waiting to find out what's happening.
Well, I did see there was something flashed up on BBC News that was saying the Scottish government were banning anything with over 500 people attending.
Oh yeah, because we've got the Glasgow one as well, haven't we?
Yeah.
Gail's probably the best person to. Gail, have you heard anything about the expo at your end? Boom, 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 boom.
Not yet. It is at risk of being cancelled due to coronavirus, but as of right now, it's not.
Jenny, darling.
It's cancelled for me, but not for everyone else.
Jenny, that's not YouTube. That's a completely different video channel, sweetie. Oh, I wish.
Never mind. I was
So far,
gonna
not
make
yet.
a joke that I don't want to go there.
Don't go there. But
No.
baby, don't go there. But baby.
You must never go there, Simba.
Vape and Irish will give you a tip for tits. Sorry.
Yeah, Gailey says so far not yet, so that'll
Yeah.
be interesting.
But I mean, blooming in Italy, they've virtually just shut the country down, haven't they?
Well,
From what I
Ireland-
was understanding, the only shops that are open are the essential ones. So your pharmacy's open and your local, food. And that's about it. Everywhere else is being told to shut.
Well, I think I saw in Ireland that they were talking about shutting schools and colleges. So.
Well, every day around here, there's schools, colleges shut down.
So it's shut down
I think
around-
it's Illinois. I think that's the state it's in, but one state here has they're on complete lockdown, the entire state. They're on total lockdown. No colleges are operating, no schools are operating, no face-to-face classes whatsoever. They've completely shut down the entire state. And I also know that Texas is in a state of disaster. They were declared that, I think, yesterday or the day before. And then yesterday, Massachusetts is in a state of emergency.
Really?
This is moot anyway, because when you're talking about prisons, hospitals, etc., they've got to turn up. Yeah, there are certain. If you're a business, fair enough, you can work from home, whatever. Yeah. But if you're looking at supermarkets, yeah.
Vape shops.
Vape shops, are they not going to open up? Prisons, inpatient medical facilities, nurses still got to turn up. Yeah. So all you're doing by shutting the colleges and schools is making it more difficult. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, they didn't do it for the Spanish flu? Admittedly, that was back in the 1920s. Yeah. But why are we SARS, Ebola, all the rest of it? I mean, Christ, Ebola, hemorrhagic fever.
Do you guys ever get the feeling that we're not being told the truth?
Yes. I mean, it's the WHO and it's the CDC. Yes. They've lied to us countless times. How can any of us take anything they say as fact?
Because let's face it, for a country to basically shut itself down, which is obviously Italy, out of the whole thing, to actually virtually shut your country down, and that's basically what they're doing. The economic and financial cost that's going to cause that country is phenomenal. It really is, the amount of money that they're going to lose. What?
Sorry. No, somebody sent me something on Facebook and now I'm in shock.
Yeah.
What's Jenny sent you?
It wasn't Jenny. Jesus. Are you trying to set Irish off again?
No, I'm just having a serious conversation here, and
That's another thing I forgot about here in the U.S. I forgot about that. Hospitals, in order to make room for new patients, are actually pulling the plug on other patients that are on life support.
Can I just put in what Gail's just put? In the announcement today, we were told to be prepared to say goodbye to loved ones. Say everything I need to know. Says everything I need to know. That is scary talk, that.
Again, I think it's a lot of scare tactics.
See, I don't understand it in the UK. In America, it's an election year. Yeah?
And we have privatized insurance.
Yeah, and so I can understand the scaremongering 100%. In the UK, we
Doesn't make any
voted
sense.
we voted the Muppet in. The Muppet's here for 4 years. Yeah?
It doesn't make any sense to do that over there.
Yeah. So why Scotland and Ireland? I just can't understand it.
I can't either.
It's Tiberius is just turning around and saying it's damage limitation to avoid mass panic. I think it's actually doing the opposite.
100%.
I think they're making it out to be a bigger issue than it is. To be personally, I'm not saying it's not a big issue. It is a big issue. A lot of people are sick, but I think that they're making it an even bigger issue. To, like I said earlier, for pharmaceutical companies, for everybody to get scared and go to the hospitals and get treatment for whatever.
Yeah, but the thing is, I know you're saying that, but when you're shutting down a country like Italy, and that's basically what they're doing.
Right. I know it's not just the US, it's worldwide, right?
But when a country is actually shutting itself down, like Italy has done, honestly, the financial cost to the country is going to be phenomenal.
Well, they've actually, I saw a news story earlier today. They are stopping loan repayments and mortgage repayments in Italy due to the shutdown. So
in Liverpool, I was talking with Bo about this as well. They have this thing going on now. There's a grant for shop owners. If things start going tits up, they will award a shop with £3,000 to keep them rolling.
Yeah, I mean, Gailey's just put, I'd rather be safe than sorry. We had swine flu during the outbreak. This is 20 times more scary. I would normally agree with you at Rev. But Nicola is not prone to talk like this. I must admit, that is a fair comment.
It is.
Nicola Sturgeon, you don't normally hear making a drama out of a crisis.
No, Graham, you're wrong. Anyone from the UK, anyone is forbidden to travel to the United States. The only people allowed to return to the US are American citizens. That is it. That's it. Nobody else is allowed to enter the US. We've effectively shut down our borders.
Interesting bit from Irish there. It's probably because Fine Gael wants to increase their approval rating after major losses in the recent election. That I can understand, along with the American. But again, the UK, Boris Johnson's taking a very different tactic to Scotland and Ireland. I've not heard anything about Wales yet. Boris wants to kill as many vulnerable people as possible because it's easier to let a virus do it than make more budget cuts. Smooth. Never a true word said in jest,
exactly.
mate.
No, even those that have not been tested and cleared, once you arrive, if you're an American citizen, you can return to the U.S., but there's a quarantine period of 14 days once you return. You will be tested, you will be quarantined for 14 days after you return to the U.S.
And it's right, because he's banging the table.
Well, I've done research into this one.
Give the table a break, dude.
Yeah.
It's done nothing to you. It loves you.
The table got it.
I hate it.
Someone gives me the giveaway.
Wow, guys.
I've got to ask. I know this sounds... I hope this doesn't come across insensitive or anything, but has anybody in chat know anybody that's actually got the virus?
Done my homework. I don't watch mainstream media. We don't have regular TV. I do my research. I don't listen to mainstream media networks.
We always hurt those that love us. Poor table.
I don't love the table. The table might love me, but I don't love the table. The table's wobbly.
Hold on. That's a bit harsh. You can't just ignore the table's feelings in that cavalier and offhand manner.
Well, then the table should be bigger.
That's what she said.
Okay. Fair point.
I'd be more worried, but with my bros in arrivals at airport for work, if he's coming my way, I'm already screwed. Timmy, bless you.
So as a... Well, we might as well carry on talking about this. So you two, as obviously you know that we've got the coronavirus, are there any steps that you two are taking that sort of like to, safeguard yourself and you and your family? Are you doing it? Are you doing anything different than you normally do, or are you just carrying on as life as normal?
Well, I'm not snogging complete strangers, if that's what you mean, but no, life's normal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Life's normal for us.
I might have to punch a few people for some bog roll, but...
In my defense, personally, I hardly ever leave the house. So I don't really have contact with the outside community.
To be honest, I think I've probably peopled more in the last 2 weeks than I ever have, because normally I'm at work.
Right.
I have a single office.
Rev's buying a thermometer tomorrow. He had all the symptoms except for the raging temperature. Sneezed at Aldi today and got daggers.
Could Dee's just ask whether I can work from home? Yes, I could work from home. However, what I do, which I'm not going to go into, I am more likely to turn up to work, because if we get a large number of staff who are having to stay at home because schools are shut, etc., then it's all hands to the pumps.
And Stuart's decided to take 2 weeks off from work and work from home. See, that's awesome if you can do that. But I mean, like my job, I can't do it at home. And I'm meeting, obviously, public all the time.
We're off to Lethal's. He has a safe room and a leather swing.
I'd love to know where.
Is that the one with the hole cut in the plank so you can sort of spin it up? We have confirmed cases from our dentists. Gailey's had a sore throat and temperature for a few days. The kids are convinced it's C19.
Oh, blimey neck.
Bless. Rev says, look of death by a woman pushing a trolley crammed with 50 bags of pasta.
Yeah, what's that and all? Why are people buying pasta?
Because it sits in the cupboard for months.
Oh.
Yep.
Duh. Bit thick.
Gav's a bus driver. I need to be careful, very careful. That doesn't mean...
Gav, you need to be careful just being a bus driver. Come on, let's be right,
Too
mate.
right.
Blooming heck.
My cousin's a taxi driver in Sheffield, and twice now he's had sharp implements held to his throat while they robbed him. Somebody sat in the back. Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, blooming bus drivers, I mean, they cage themselves in with blooming glass and all that lot anyway.
You'd be amazed how many idiots try it, mate.
Yeah, I know. So, yeah.
My uncle is actually a bus driver, or used to be before he retired. He got an MBE for it. Yeah.
Awesome.
You know, the ones that are community, where the community actually come together and put you forward for the honours list. That's how he got it.
UK Andy, he's on lockdown due to his age and underlying health problems. Yeah.
D says, I'm a taxi driver. I didn't bother going out today. I might take the hit and have a week off. You need all of that toilet roll eating all that pasta.
Yeah, I heard about that, Stuart.
Yeah,
Tom Hanks and his wife have got corona.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tiberius is stocked up on tin food, not because of C19, because he hates food shopping. Good man. I'll see you later, Festus.
See you later, buddy.
Taxi driver the other night turned to me and Key and said he hadn't long gone back from Thailand.
Oh, Jesus.
He didn't mention Butcher's Slab, did he, Jenny, perchance?
Oh, God. Mark's turned around and said he's sold out of pasta, bog roll and long life milk again today.
See, crazy. Absolute. Yes, if it was rampant. Yes, if it was going through the population like a dose of salts. But it's not. And the mortality rate is much lower than other things that we've faced in the last 15 years.
But let's face it, all you have to do is turn on BBC News, and it's just, that's all they're talking about.
Yeah, but
look at the CDC, look at the WHO, look at the US government, look at the other governments. They've been freaking out over small study cases. Small study cases. Vaping, they focused on small studies.
Yeah.
They're focused on small studies with this one too. There's a small report of, deaths, much smaller than the ones that they're reporting, I think.
Right. Let's look at this. Let's look at this in a factual manner. China, while it is a huge country, and there is many, many rural areas, if you look at the actual population centres, if this was such a massive problem, nearly, half of those would be dead by now. They're not. Yeah? The actual number, the number of cases is dropping in China, is it not?
Yeah, yes, as far as I'm aware of, yeah.
This is not a virus to be panicking about. If you look at the numbers, if you put Ebola into a population centre in China where you've got potentially millions of people all living on top of each other, you would have bodies everywhere.
Stuart's just said there's 80,921 cases in China.
Okay, so give me 2 secs and let me get the population.
And that's been declining. That's been declining too.
Yeah, but also, I mean, what annoys me about it though as well, they keep on totting the totals up, but they're actually not taking away the people that's had it and then recovered.
Right. 80,921 cases in China, yeah? In 2017, the Chinese population was 1.386 billion.
So when you talk about proper stats, that's nothing really.
1-2%. In fact, let me just have a check, because I want to see how many people actually die of road accidents in China. This could be interesting.
Yeah. Well, China's decreasing more and more.
Yeah.
And Dan Roberts has just turned around saying 50% of cases have recovered. Most of these are the early cases in China.
Right. There's 104.5 road fatalities per million motor vehicles, in China. So it's got a population of 1 billion. So there's 500. Let's say half of those have got a car, yeah. So that makes 520 deaths.
Oh, blooming heck, Bill. Bill's just put in Africa with the Ebola, they used to set a parameter of 1/4 of a mile, and when everybody was dead, they burned the whole village down.
Yeah. It's the best way. It sounds harsh, but with stuff like Ebola, there's a very good. It's that infectious. There's a very good chance that everybody in the village has got it anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
If the virus is so deadly it kills the host before it's got a chance of spreading, it's not a problem. It's the viruses to worry about are the ones that start off looking like a common cold, flu, etc. And then lead to hemorrhagic fever or central nervous system issues. Steve, see you later, mate.
See you later, buddy.
Flavor Vapor, yes, they're shutting down schools in the state of Georgia left and right. They're shutting down schools all over the nation right now. It's not just in Georgia. I believe it's Illinois. I could be wrong, but there's a state here in the U.S. that has gone on total lockdown. Like I said earlier, Massachusetts is in a state of emergency. Texas is in a state of disaster. I find that the American population tends to be a lot more hypochondriac kind of symptom thing. You know,
because let's face it. Before a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, America didn't seem that concerned about the coronavirus. Even Donald Trump wasn't concerned about it. And then all of a sudden, it's just like a switch.
Yep.
I've just found some better figures. In 2017, there was 63,772 fatalities in traffic accidents in China. Compare that to the 80,000 from COVID.
Yeah.
Right? So they're shutting down whole provinces in China because of this virus, and yet there's only 25% less dying of road traffic accidents, but I don't see them banning cars.
That is quite interesting what Stuart's just put.
Yeah.
Africa seems to be avoiding it. Not many cases.
How many people travel to Africa?
It could be that. It may be that there's not. Well, lots.
Really?
Loads.
You think so?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I think more people travel to other places in the world than Africa.
Chris, where do you think the diamonds come from?
South America?
No, South Africa. You know, most of the gold.
Well, yeah, they come from there.
Most of the gold coming out of Africa. There's more international trade going to Africa than you think.
It's the heat, they think. They think it's the heat of Africa that's might be killing the virus.
That would make sense if it is a strain that started in China. You're looking at quite a temperate to cool climate, aren't you?
Right.
I mean, this is the thing about viruses. They tend to adapt to where they're actually.
Yeah, because the coronavirus has been around for years. It's just this variant, isn't it?
This particular variant. Yeah.
Oh, the virus breaks down when exposed to heat over 20 degrees Celsius.
Well, given the temperature that people keep on putting in my central heating up to, I'm safe.
Yeah, same here. Same here. This house is a solid 70 degrees in the wintertime. 70, 75?
Ebola week is a strain, an average mortality rate of 13%, with or without two-term treatment.
The nastiest strain is 80 to 85% mortality. And that's with treatment.
So hopefully
turn up the heat and stay drunk.
So hopefully that 1 week that we're going to get of summer this year, we'll all be all right.
Kill it all. Yeah,
it'll kill it all. We'll be fine. That 1 week in July that we're going to get for summer.
Oh, what can we say?
Not much.
Oh, here we go.
Did yours just say Africa made the coronas in? No. Don't think that's right.
Here you go.
No.
I'll share this. Jenny just sent this. I think you guys may have seen it. I don't know. She just tagged all three of us in it.
What's
Yeah,
that?
I'm looking at it now.
I ain't got
So
my phone.
The majority of infections are mild.
Hmm.
80.9% are mild. There are only 13.8% severe hospitalizations, and there are 4.7% in critical intensive care.
Chris, go down to the how contagious and deadly is it graph.
Let me see if I can. How contagious?
Yeah, if you click on the plus
This one?
5 and then scroll down.
And thank you for sharing it.
I can't scroll. That's like the last one.
Right. So what I'm looking at.
Here, I'll unshare.
Right. 60% were likely to die with bird flu. 50% likely to die with Ebola. MERS was 35%. Smallpox is 30%. You are more likely to die of Spanish flu and SARS than you are of COVID-19.
Well, they've even started classifying COVID-19 as SARS-CoV-D-19. I think it is. That's what I was reading yesterday. They've considered it a degree of SARS.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the chances of dying from bird flu, compared to SARS, was 3 times as likely.
Mm.
So the fatality rate for COVID-19 is 0.7 to 3.4%.
Yeah.
So if you round it up, at its worst, for every 100 people, 4 are going to die.
Mm.
And given that there's different health factors, age, etc., to take into account, there you go. Tiberius has just put, my niece has just told me her Korean studies course are doing lectures via Skype as of the 16th. Spanish flu killed more people than World War One. Yeah, so Spanish flu only killed 15%. But that was a true pandemic. I mean, nearly every country in the world was hit by that.
Mm.
So don't believe the hype. Is my advice.
I don't.
And I
don't
still believe that the actual what the media is actually saying to people is right. You must wash your hands. You must keep. That's the thing that you should do. You go to the toilet and grab hold of your manhood and have a wee. Then just leave the toilet. No, you should wash your hands.
Yeah.
And the amount of men that I've seen in public toilets that have had a wee and walked straight back out is unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my grand's been telling me that for years. Are you telling me she's a health expert now? I hope you've washed your hands.
Yeah. So don't forget, wash your hands.
Especially if you've been gripping somebody's manhood.
Yeah.
Okay then.
But I can't believe we've done COVID. This is mad.
I think it's
The
good.
100th show. There you go. Gaily Bops has just put it into one simple message.
Yes.
Calm your tits and wash your hands.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Personal hygiene, good thing.
Important thing.
You wouldn't
Basically,
think
do
so.
what you should have been doing in the first place.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
You wouldn't think so, mate, if you've been stuck on a tube for any length of time.
See, Dave, that's why I leave the door to the bathroom open so I don't have to grab the handle.
Yeah.
Timmy's just said, but the hand dryer is dirtier than my own junk. That's probably very true.
Yeah, you open the door handle with a piece of tissue.
That's why I hit it with my elbow. I'll hit the hand dryer with my elbow instead of my hand.
I must admit, if you use some supermarkets have toilets in them, and I've just washed my hands, you dried them, they're nice and clean, and the amount of times I've just sort of stood there at the door thinking, no, because I know somebody's not washed their hands after they've been.
Do you know something? That's why I like going to Meadowall toilets, because there's no door. You go to the toilet, you do what you have to do. Then when you wash your hands, it's all that, you don't touch anything. It's all censored. So the soap comes out, you censor, goes zzz, wash your hands, and then you zzz, and the water comes on, you wash it, and then you dryer underneath it. You're not touching anything, and then you just walk out.
Timmy's just put go eco, piss in a bush and use a leaf.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, dude.
I just think that's what you've got to do, though. Yeah, I don't do public toilets, to be honest with you.
No, I'm reaching the age now where forget sat nav. Yeah, I cannot. I'm literally basing my journey on where the loos are.
Yeah, that's the problem when you hit to our age. It's so like you never miss a toilet. No. Walking past it, I think I better go. Especially when you're on water tablets like I am.
Vaping Irish, it's not the inside I'm concerned about, it's the button that you have to press in order to get it to work.
Now, dude, go back to the 70s. We survived the roller towel. I mean, Jesus Christ. It was literally a piece of cloth on the roller that you dried your hands on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We survived that.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, but at least people were using that.
True.
Right,
now,
guys, we are coming up to the 2-hour mark.
Yeah,
we are.
We'd better call it a close on the 100th episode where we've talked about everything.
Everything.
Boobies. Coronavirus. Roller towel. Yes, Jen, I am that old. Oh, button. You don't have infrared in the USA, heathens.
Yeah, we definitely survived drinking from most pipes.
Lead
paint.
Climbing trees.
Do you know something? I was talking to a colleague of mine today at work, and we were on about it. The reason why kids are always ill is because they're not allowed to play in the mud. They're not allowed to eat worms and things like that, like we did.
Wow.
And I think their immune system is just never going to catch up to like ours.
Right.
Hold on, you mean coronavirus is going to wipe out snowflakes?
Hopefully.
Yay!
What did they say? Only the strongest survive?
That's true.
Survival of the fittest?
No. What they actually say is, what doesn't kill you may make you stronger, but it can still leave you lying in a puddle of your own bodily fluids with shattered ribs and a smashed skull.
True.
And on that note, Chris, what's coming up on your channel next week or this week?
Well, we've got some more reviews coming out. We've got some more vape punks, a couple more of the Rockford project. We've got upcoming the Sabores del Encanto line. We've got my morning Twitch streams and YouTube stream. And then we've got Wednesdays, Ohm Service Live. Sorry, that's this show on Thursday. You guys can catch us again here next week. And my Wednesday show, The Vape Lounge Live, on my channel at 7 p.m. my time. That would be 11 p.m. in the UK at the moment.
Awesome.
Until you guys change your clocks.
Yeah, that's the end of the month.
Yep, that's the 29th.
Yeah,
yep.
End of the month.
Actually, that's in the middle of the Misfits charity stream is when the clocks turn forward.
Yeah, and also, don't you change your clocks forward as well, just a little bit later?
We've already done.
You've already done it?
That's why there's a 4-hour gap right now instead of the 5-hour gap that we would usually have.
Right. There you go. So, Steve...
we change ours like a few weeks beforehand, so...
Sorry to interrupt you there.
No
Steve?
Right. Well, for those that have been watching the Tales from the End group on Facebook, I've been whacking up some tunes, and I've asked other people to whack some stuff up that you've not heard for a long time, because I would be really interested in hearing what people have been listening to, stuff that you grew up with, stuff that means a lot to you. There was one Sin put up, Steelheart. I'd never heard that track before.
Nirvana.
What a track! What a track! So, if you want to get involved, and I think there could be a show in this.
Yeah.
Maybe I should dye my hair, come on, as Kurt Cobain.
Yeah.
Let's see some of those tunes from your long dark past up on the group.
Yeah. That'd be awesome, though.
And we'll have a chat. So, I'm just a little bit. I mean, if you don't stop it, I'm going to keep on putting power ballads up there and Dogs Do More. So if you want to see something different,
do you know something? I guess because you lot have been doing that, I've got Bon Jovi, Slipping When Wet, and New Jersey on in car at the moment.
Oh, jeez.
Well,
some serious hair metal there.
Oh, there is. I mean, the Giant track, I'd not heard that in years. But that is how you do a power ballad.
Steve, do you like Slipknot?
Yeah.
I'll have to share a song with you. You've probably already heard it, but I'll share one from my past with you.
Get it up on the group, dude.
Get it on the group.
Feel free.
Yep.
Right. And that's me. So what you got coming up, dude?
I've got reviews coming up. Yes, I generally have got a review. It's been a while since I've been doing any reviews. So, yeah, I've got the Orca. I'm going to... Orca Solo. Orca. I want to call it Arca for some reason. Orca. The Orca Solo from Vaporesso coming up. I've also got the Target get it right, Mark. The Target PM80, and I've also got the Vaporesso O Small as well coming up. I've also got the Clutch coming up, and that's going to be coming this week and next week. So yeah, busy.
Awesome. Now, interesting. Tiberius has just put he had Tiger Tail's Berserk on today.
Awesome.
Well, no. I whacked up Love Bomb Baby last night.
Yeah,
so.
I love that album. Berserk was ace.
Bunny's just put up Skid Row, remember yesterday?
Skid Row was the best album they did.
Yes. Poison's a good band. I like that band.
Every Rose. Yeah, I've got Unskinny Bop album on at the moment.
Yes. Unskinny Bop, 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 Bop.
If you have to talk dirty to me, I'm not bothered.
I liked Unskinny Bop.
Yeah.
Yeah. After when CC DeVille left, then they went downhill. That's just my opinion. But anyway, we'll save that for Sunday.
Too right.
Yes.
Right, I'm going to let Steve say his tras, then we'll pass it to Chris, and then I will say my goodbyes as well.
Oh, there's two more tracks just come up. Thunder for the win. Yes, Anything by Thunder. Well up for.
Yeah.
Motley Crue, Smoking in the Boys' Room. That was my anthem.
When Love Walked In by Thunder.
Oh, don't. No.
That gets me in Arjan.
So, everybody that's joined us tonight, thank you so much. It really is fantastic. It's getting more and more like family in here. Sex Party. What an absolutely brilliant track from the Choir Boys.
I used to like 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock's good, but you've all been invited to a sex party was better. It's honestly getting like a family gathering now. You know, Thursday's chat, Sunday's chat, absolutely brilliant. If you've got anybody that you think might enjoy the show, give them a nudge. We'd love to see. You know. Anyway, if you haven't already, by the way, hit the thumbs up.
Yay!
And I shall hand over to Chris for him to do the thing.
Yes. Steve pretty much said everything, so I'm not going to repeat what he said. But thank you guys in chat anyways for being here. Thank you to all the Spanish for doing a cocking job. Loving it. Anyways, guys, that's what we've got for you today. So my final words. Yeah, you are the master of your own destiny. You're the only one in this world that can pick and choose how positive or negative your days will ever be. So keep the positivity high, keep the smile on your face, and let the negative brush off your shoulders. Love y'all. Thank you so much. Over to you, Mr. Mark.
Right, first off, Steve, Chris, thank you for an awesome show. People in chat, thank you as well. People on the replay, hello, and thank you for watching. 100th episode. I just want to say thank you to everyone that supported the show and the channel as well. 2 years. It's a long time. Me and Chris, and now obviously Steve, we've put a lot of time and effort into actually doing this show. And it's awesome to see you guys in chat that really do appreciate it and support us like you do. And like Steve said, you guys are just like a big, massive family, and we love it so much. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. And if you could give it a thumbs up, that'd be awesome as well. Right, from the guys, let's say goodbye. Bye!
Bye!
Outro!
Guys, from all these tunes I'm seeing in chat, I'm expecting some serious postage in the group. There is some awesome tunes.
I can't wait. Sunday.
Oh, Irish. Bob Seger night movies. Oh yeah.